ask right now, ain't 음악 너무 적은 것 같아. 키워도 혼자 기분이 나질 않아. 보고 싶은 얼굴 생각나. 내 머리를 마구 채워 떠나질 않아.
Okay. Am I live now? Can you see me? Okay, let's see the stories first. Hey, Jenny.
This tree.
Me.
This here's the land of the Jax clan. Or used to be, more like. That clasp on your chest, that's their sigil, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a memento from my parents. Or so I was told.
Aye, now that I'm looking for it, I can see the resemblance. Same silvery hair and everything.
Yes, sedap buat ni.
Villages near here met with a
Sedap.
pretty
Very
terrible
nice.
fate.
Delicioso.
They begged the armies to spare their fields. The only one who listened was one of House Wolfort's bannermen. No one was surprised, big war hero that he was. But by the time we got here, the Jax had been all but exterminated. He was digging graves for the dead, enemy and all. A hero and a gentleman he was. Names on the tip of my tongue.
Benedict.
Aye, that was it. Do you know the man? I'd like you to pass on my gratitude, if you do.
Thanks for showing me the way.
Lap.
Your coins,
Lap, lap,
all
lap.
the thanks I require. If that's all you'll be needing me for, I'll leave you to it.
Okay.
You make a poor stalker.
Ain't exactly what I'm built for.
You fought in the battle here, didn't you?
Benedict swore me to secrecy. But suppose it ain't break an oath if you already know. Oh, but first I ought to tell you. You've the right to the truth. And those ain't my words. They're his. That's why he never tried to stop you from finding out about your parents.
You know of their fate?
We drove the enemy up the cliff top. Cornered him there. The same instant we cut their leader down, a babe cried out in the distance. In the hideout, we found you, all swaddled up. A letter pinned to you with that same clasp on your chest.
Live strong, Anna. Stronger than any. I see now.
Your family died at our hands. If it's vengeance you want, you can take it out on me.
That doesn't sound like the Eredor I know. Do you think so little of me? To assume I would forsake my friend, bloody my hands with revenge. I know the truth at last. That is enough.
Is it, Anna? Or are you forcing it to be?
Don't be a fool. Benedict is the one who raised me. If I ever want for a father, I know where to find him. When we've won this war, I shall make sure he understands that.
Okay, next one. Sudah siap main lah, Mitch.
It's become late.
Tengah tunggu
But let's keep
Pokemon
an eye out
baru
for
dengan Digimon lagi.
You have a warrior's intuition. You needn't worry.
Thank you, thank
I won't
you.
let us come to harm.
It takes no great intuition to see that this world is falling ever deeper into chaos. The reasons, however, remain elusive. Will we see our way safely through this
HD kan ni?
darkness?
Is it HD?
I cannot say.
Check.
We have not but our
Gotta
duty,
stop my
and
own
mine is
page.
to Prince Roland. Whatever might become of House Wolford.
I find your perspective refreshing. Although it may be direct, you walk the path you've chosen with confidence.
Is it HD? Oh, it's still 720.
On the other hand, I often feel that I'm fumbling. I had thought Gustadov to be a man of reason. But now I see that he will not hesitate to employ deceit to achieve his goals.
Let me share it to the group.
In a manner of speaking, he and I are not so different. I, too, once hoped to have the influence to change the nation. At least, I told myself so. Really, all I wanted was to be free. And Frederica was simply a means to that end. As long as I had what I wanted, I had no great concern for what became of her.
Gila,
But this war has caused me to reconsider
That's me.
that.
I share my own page.
I realize that Frederica herself is worth caring for. She's not the sheltered princess I took her to be. Her wits are a match even for Benedict. She surprised me and shamed me. I was wrong to underestimate her, to define her by her birth and station. She represents my greatest failures as a teacher, but also my greatest success. For she has truly taken my lessons to heart. I see now there is no shame in serving another, and no shame in sacrificing my freedom for something greater. Oh, but perhaps I've shared overmuch. For some reason, I find it easy to talk with you.
the feeling is mutual. You are not so aloof as I thought.
Remember it's a story game,
I
so
just had
a
a
lot of
thought.
dialogue.
When the war is behind us, I may very well open my own school. Of course, you would be welcome to join me. I would be master of the classroom, and you could be master of the training yard. We could teach our students the art of hawksmanship. Our riders would be first class. Ah, what should our school be named? You will come and teach with me, won't you?
Not half so aloof as I thought.
Okay, how many more? Okay.
At it again, eh? You know, even the Dawn Spear set down his weapon on occasion.
We are at war. I cannot hope to end it by being idle.
Spoken like a true member of the Kingsguard. You lot were always too serious for my tastes.
We were not serious enough. Where is the king we were meant to protect now? What will become of his kingdom? King Regna and Crown Prince Franny are no more. Only Roland and Cordelia remain. When I think of how lonely my charge must feel, I almost feel smothered by the guilt.
If he's lonely, he hides it well. Could be that losing his princely obligations has lifted a weight off his shoulders.
And who are you to speak on his feelings? His father ever doted on Franny. He knew precious few moments of his mother's love before she passed. Even so, he tried his utmost to never show weakness in front of his sister. He was there for her in the worst of times. There was never a place near the throne for him. Truth be told, Sir Maxwell was more of a father to him than anyone. I'd like to think I have been more than his guard. Oftentimes, I felt like his confidant.
Oh, this was earlier. This was earlier.
You and Flugy are constant companions.
Oh no, this was. Yeah, this was earlier.
As I said before, my prince, he is more than my companion. He is the truest friend I could ask for.
A true friend. I must admit, I envy your relationship.
My prince, I did not mean to.
'Tis nothing to apologize for. I simply find the idea of soaring the skies with a true friend to be somewhat romantic.
You could do the same with the proper training. If it pleases you, my prince, I would gladly teach you.
You would? Then I gladly accept. I trust you will go easy on me.
I can promise no such thing. You must become as ferocious as a hawk yourself if you wish to ride one. War broke out soon after that. My promise to teach him is yet unfulfilled. So I will train, I will fight, until the skies are no longer clouded by the fires of war. Only then can I rest. Only then can we fly free. Perhaps then, with the wind in our faces, we can forget our stations, our titles, if
I
only
feel like
just
this,
for one
this
moment.
lady didn't come in that prince.
What was that last part? You'll have to speak up.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Yes, it's back to training for me.
Okay. One more.
Made it in time, my lord.
Eredor, you came.
Lady Destra. Your mother was loved by one and all, my lord. Honoring her this day is the least we can do. Is it just you here, my lord?
We are beset on all sides by tasks large and small. I would not
Why has
impose
to
my
be broken
familial
before it's
obligations on the others.
Spoken like a true leader.
Chopstick.
Me and your mother may not have been family by blood,
Chopstick.
but duty bound us just as close.
I am sure she would have been overjoyed to see you by my side.
It's chopstick kan?
I never had a chance to know her. My only memories are from stories others told me. And still, I somehow can feel the warmth of her embrace. Hear the loving sound of her voice.
Okay.
She was smitten, that is true. She held on to you so tightly, I reckon not even the Dawn Spear could have pried you from her.
Did she?
Lady Destra's smile was brighter than the sun, and near as constant. She treated young Benedict and I like little brothers, though at times we weren't so deserving of her care. Even so, she always had a kind word, and worry enough to spare. There weren't a woman like her in all of Narzelia.
I did not know the bond between you three ran so deep. Benedict never mentioned it.
His lips aren't as loose as mine, especially when it comes to Lady Destra. Speaking of which, here. Your mother would have loved to get one of these from you.
A snowbell? My father mentioned her fondness for these flowers. Every year when I visited her, without fail, one of these would be placed in front of her grave. Was that you all this time?
Well, not exactly, my lord.
They're quite rare, are they not? I often search for them, but I have yet to see one in bloom. Where did you find it?
Well, I made a journey down south. Benedict insisted. Apologies for my absence, my lord.
There is naught to apologize for. It was a thoughtful gesture, and I thank you for it. Somehow, I can feel Mother smiling down upon us.
More than I deserve, if I'm being honest.
Huh. There's already a snowbell. Who could have...
Should have known. Nothing will stop him from his duty.
What was that?
It was nothing, my lord. Seems we're not the only ones carrying a torch for Lady Destra.
Indeed. We are fortunate to be part of such a close-knit house. And that is thanks to those who serve it. I trust I'll see you here again in a year's time, Eredor.
How long
Of course,
did I
my lord.
stream anyway now?
Snowbells might capture a moment in
18
time.
minutes, it's all just talking.
Your mother inspired loyalty for an eternity.
God dang. Jesus, this is a very long ass conversation. Okay, I'm done with that one. This one. Had to do all those so I can see all the story. Okay.
There are more who accepted Esfrost's rule than I imagined.
Glenbrook's history is long. Yet, that is why hierarchy and precedent hold sway. This is a stubborn land, my lady, not given to easy change. Though Archduke Gustadolf, acting in the name of freedom, granted privilege after privilege to the powerful. For people used to Glenbrook's rigid customs, I suppose that sort of change must have been too seductive to resist.
Perhaps, but his freedom was naught but greed and cruelty.
Lady Frederica, I've been searching everywhere for you.
A Wolffort messenger! Did you run all this way? What's happened?
My lady, I hail from Castle Wolffort, bearing tidings of Lord Simo.
Has he awakened?
He has. He is in high spirits and recovering well. And he is most pleased to hear of the capital's recapture. He bids you visit Castle Wolffort so he can honor you himself.
Oh, I must bring these glad tidings to Serenoa at once. How long it has been since I've seen him smile.
There is one more bit of news I have for you, my lady, but it is not so happy.
Is there some sort of trouble in the Wolffort domain?
Bandits are laying waste to the Rosellan village. To our shame, Castle Wolffort does not have enough soldiers to stop this. We would beg Lord Serenoa's wisdom in this matter.
The enemy must be powerful indeed. We cannot leave the Rosellan village defenseless.
Let us inform the others. Messenger, with us.
I'm gonna fight someone. Purposely war this to listen to the whole topic.
Well, things are about to get interesting.
A coronation ceremony. Certainly there are more important matters to focus on right now.
A coronation is important to assuage the people's fears and restore their faith, besides which it is the royalists' most fervent wish. A kingdom is only truly as strong as people believe it to be, and right now the world believes Glenbrook weak. The ceremony will be a display to the contrary.
Is this truly the remedy our situation calls for? Right now, I imagine the people care only for where their next hot meal will come from.
Rest assured, sire, House Wolford will see your subjects shan't go hungry. But trust me when I say nothing will hasten Glenbrook's return to her former glory so much as announcing the return of Regna's rightful heir. To win your subjects' hearts, you need do nothing but ascend to your position upon the throne.
You mean sit my royal backside on a fancy chair?
In a manner of speaking. A king's duty is first and foremost serving as his kingdom's symbol. You needn't trouble yourself with day-to-day governance. We will assume that burden. After all, you have only just been crowned.
There will be no ceremony. The people will tell us what they need, and you will listen to them, Patriot. That is my command.
As you wish, King Roland.
How fare things, Huette? Have the relief supplies been given to those who need it?
Well, we had received a sizable shipment of goods from Hyzant, but there are complaints. It seems very few of those goods have made it into the hands of the people.
And why is that?
We aren't certain, though apparently Patriot and the Royalists involve themselves with the distribution.
Damn those Royalists! They cannot be left to their own devices.
If you guys have like let me just check. I can't come in here. Oh, okay.
House Wolford and Minister Exham's forces have reclaimed the Crown City. And not only that, they have dealt a heavy blow to the Esfrosti forces in killing Thalas and other commanding officers.
We couldn't have hoped for a better outcome.
Oh, to see Gustadolf's face when he hears the news. Now he'll have no choice but to come crawling to us on hands and knees, begging for salt. Though, this could be our chance to crush the Duchy once and for all.
Just because they're licking their wounds does not make them easy prey. They still have their iron, after all.
Ha! Iron. We can get iron. All we need do is make Glenbrook hand over the Grand Norzelian mines to us. A paltry price to pay for our bountiful aid in their restoration of the Crown City.
The Grand Norzelian mines. The spark that lit the flame of Esfrost's aggression. But why go through the trouble to seize an iron source when they have all the iron they could ever need? I should have Milo look into the matter.
Minister Idor?
Well, regardless, we control the salt. I say we bide our time until Esfrost admits they are defeated. Besides, Glenbrook seeks our aid in their reconstruction efforts, do they not?
Yes. King Roland and Minister Serenoa have both asked for help, and sent reports detailing the extent of the damage to the Crown City.
Send forth a veritable bounty. To Minister Serenoa of the Saintly Seven, that is.
Ah, yes. A show of the goddess's grace to the people, and as a wedge to drive between him and the king.
Esfrost, Glenbrook. They will both be ours before long.
Tayo ikaw lah. Tayo ikaw lah. I will kill you juga. Okay. Time to decide.
Thank you all for helping to determine the extent of the damage to the capital. This information will be invaluable as we proceed with reconstruction. There is also happy word from Castle Wolfort. My Lord Father is awake. They say he is recovering apace and is already up and walking.
Those are glad tidings indeed.
He says he would like to see us and hear of all that has passed while he was taken ill.
Then what are we waiting for? I'll saddle the horses.
Would that we could depart at once, but the messenger brought another piece of news.
Bandits plague the outskirts of the Rosellan village.
Jerome and his folk are there. They can handle a few mangy thieves, surely.
Not according to the messenger. The bandits are proving a formidable foe.
Which is why they have asked us for aid.
Apologies for my tardiness. It's sudden, I know, but I must ask you a favor.
Okay.
What is it?
I suspect Patriot and his royalists of filching relief supplies.
We've no proof it's them, but the fact remains. The people in most need of those goods are not receiving them.
The matter warrants investigating at the very least, and I would ask for Wolfort's assistance.
I see. Well, we were just discussing what we ought to do next. Allow me to explain the 3 courses of action before us. 1. Return to Castle Wolfort as my Lord Father requests. 2. Defend the Rosellan village from bandits. Or 3. Remain in the capital to investigate the Royalists.
Lord Simon has recovered. What splendid news. If I could only go to him myself and thank him for all House Wolfort has done. But I cannot leave the capital in the throes of a possible scandal. Too many hold the royal family in contempt as it is.
That may be the case, but now that Lord Simon has awoken, someone must make sure he is healthy and apprise him of recent events. I would go to Castle Wolfort, Lord Serenoa, if it pleases you.
My heart breaks for the Rosellan village. Let me go to its defense, even if I must go alone.
I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous a task for one person.
Well, I would have the Wolfort soldiers with me, of course. Besides, do you recall our first meeting?
Of course I do. You were being assailed by rogues at the port.
If you hadn't been there, who knows what would have become of me. But I am not as weak now as I was then. I am stronger, enough that I shall bring no dishonor to House Wolfort's name. My lord, have faith in me. Let me do this.
Very well.
It seems best that Benedict, Frederica, and I each attend to these pressing matters, separately.
Indeed, but the rest of us cannot be in 3 places at once. We can only choose one path to take. Bring the scales of conviction.
I'm gonna go with the girls. I'm gonna go with that right here. items. Okay.
Lord Serenoa.
Even so, I need time.
Listen, lad. You're onto something.
Good point. Okay.
Ah, yes?
Oh, wow. Okay.
It is time to cast our votes. We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolfort domain. Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You have my vote.
Yes.
I have faith in you.
You won me over.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We march to the Rosellan village and drive the bandits from the surrounding woods. I shall accompany Frederica to defend the Rosellan village. I know not what the bandits are after, but I cannot allow them to run rampant over the land.
Thank you, Serenoa. I'm heartened to have you by my side.
Very well. Fulfill your duty to your domain. I shall see to things in the capital.
Then I shall venture to the Wolfort domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
And this is farewell for now. King Roland, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
No problem. I still have my other fighters. Zero options sudah like guys. Malam-malam ini kau tunggu ini.
Here we are, the Rosellan village.
Right. Just where that book we swiped from the archives pointed us. Ooh, you catch a whiff of that? Smells like treasure to me. Calling this hovel a village does a disservice to villages. We'll find that fortune soon enough.
Rob, saya singgah juga di 1B.
Hold it, Trish.
Hari 6
Maybe we'd best leave this treasure be.
Having second thoughts, Pa? Knees buckling at the thought of a little bloodshed?
Now just shut up and use your head for a bit, girl. You know the story of this village as well as I. How they fled from the cruelty of Hyzad. Seems to me we have more than a bit in common with these folk. And I don't wish to cause them any more suffering than is necessary.
You're getting soft in your old age, Pa. All right, have it your way. We'll give him a little scare, grab the treasure, and be on our way.
But there's one more... my damn back is still acting up. Not enough rest since the last job. Might be even worse than last time, as a matter of fact.
Did you go to sleep and wake up an old crone? Put your weapon in your hand and get moving! The likes of us only get one chance to grab fate by the horns, and this is ours! Wasn't it you who taught us to take what we can, because the world ain't in the habit of giving?
I know, but I...
You know what? I don't want to hear your bleating. Go rest if you need it, because I don't need you. Me and the boys will handle the treasure hunting.
Wait, Trish! Damn back.
Yeah, I have the archer with me. I need the archers for this. Yeah.
The members of House Wolffort, having earned momentary respite after reclaiming the capital, decide to go their own ways. Roland remains in the capital to deal with his political opponents. Benedict returns to Castle Wolffort to visit the ailing Lord Simon. Serenoa and Frederica, having received reports from Jerome of bandits in the Rosellan village, depart to investigate.
Ah, Lord Serenoa, Lady Frederica. Glenbrook is as prosperous as it ever was. And I hear we have you two to thank for it.
Glenbrook owes its return to prosperity to many, Jerome. I only hope this marks the beginning of a journey toward peace.
As do I. So, what brings you to our humble village this day?
We've received word that you've been having trouble with bandits.
And you came all the way here personally? Truly, I am moved.
You're under the protection of House Wolffort. I'm only doing my duty.
Of course. As a matter of fact, we have sighted bandits skulking about in the woods. Fortunately, they seem to be content with that.
I'm glad no one has come to harm.
For now, my lady. Doubtless they are probing our defenses for weaknesses. Although they've yet to bare their fangs, I feel their gaze on my back from time to time.
Bandits aren't known for planning ahead, but there's a first time for everything. I suggest we look into this, my lord.
I agree. If indeed there are bandits lurking about, we should flush them out or drive them away.
That would be much appreciated, my lord. We've sent out our own search parties, but with you by our side, the work will go all the quicker. However, I understand your recent days have been filled with strife, and you've journeyed far. Allow us one night to treat your arrival with the pomp it deserves.
Thank you, Jerome. I would welcome a night free from worry.
Then we shall prepare a feast. I look forward to hearing stories of your heroic exploits.
I've got a few of those. All it'll cost you is a few draughts of ale.
Okay, nothing there. I think that's it.
The villagers seem to be in high spirits. I hope the bandits have been scared off for good.
As do I. It was surprising to see that despite everything, the lives of most haven't changed a bit.
I cannot help but wonder what drew their attention in the first place, however.
You don't think it had something to do with the salt crystals, do you?
How would they know? Hyzad protects that information more fiercely than the goddess herself.
Then, perhaps in their desperation, they've stooped to capturing and selling the Roselle to Hyzad.
No. I won't allow the wickedness of House Talior to run rampant again.
It was only a thought, my lady. We know nothing for certain.
Indeed, and it will serve us not to conjecture endlessly. We need to flush these bandits out and hear it from their own mouths.
Aye, but even bandits value their own lives. They won't do anything rash, so long as the odds are against them.
Lord Serenoa! Bandits! They're everywhere!
What? Suppose these ones aren't the sharpest tools in the forge.
We must hurry.
Time to hand over the treasure.
Treasure? We are humble folk. There is no treasure here.
Don't play coy with us. We know it's here.
Yeah, no way Aesfrost would go through the trouble of hiding this book if there weren't no treasure.
You fool! Don't go blabbing all our secrets.
A book? What book? We didn't see no book.
A book? They stole a book from the archives?
Use your eyes and think. If we were hiding treasure, would we not avail ourselves some small portion of it?
I suppose.
Don't let his fancy words befuddle that big head of yours! If they're just going to keep yapping on about having no treasure, we might as well drive him out and look for it ourselves. And if they get hurt in the process, they can't say we didn't warn them.
It is I who shall warn you. Cease this folly, and we will not punish you. This place falls under our rule, and we won't suffer bandits to harass our subjects.
Okay,
We don't need the sufferance of some
go
blue
find
bloods. You'll regret crossing swords with me in mind. 'Tis your last chance. Hand over the treasure so we can all go home and Pa can stop his moaning about how we're so poor. Or don't hand it over and make it fun for us. We're coming for you either way.
Okay, let me go drink and
I'm not yet satisfied.
I'll give it a try.
Where's the old man?
Consider it done.
All right, come on, come on!
Whatever treasure you seek, it isn't...
Shut your trap. That's it.
I will end this. You won't escape.
Ready for battle. All right. Yeah!
The hunt is on.
I will fight to my last breath.
Now it's my turn. How about this?
For the honor of House Wolford. Death from above! You won't beat me! Push on through!
Time for some sorcery.
Yeah.
I can heal too.
Much appreciated.
I've got it.
Now then.
Let me heal your wounds. Allow me. Whew. Thank goodness. A wasted effort. I will end this.
Oh, just nice.
To act for a better world.
Now then, to work.
Bye-bye.
Come on! To further the arcane arts. Me too!
Suffer.
I'll take this.
Make way! Idle, damn it! Now, what say you to a little wheelin'?
We'll have no truck with bandits. Continue this folly at your own.
Time to take flight. You'll get no mercy from us.
Now it's my turn. What are you and your
This will
cups
help.
about?
Forward! Now I end. Ha-ha! Impressed?
Come out and sound
strike. You will sound strike.
Help me, please. I can heal too. I did it.
This ain't ideal. Now or never.
Cool heads shall prevail. This is what I do.
This will help.
Let me show you what I've learned. With the powers in me.
Time for some research.
A cold wind blows.
My research bears fruit.
I'm impressed.
No need to panic.
Make way! My time to shine!
Impossible!
The hunt is on.
Too slow. For my kith and kin.
Stubborn, greedy nobles! I'm not letting you I'm getting that treasure as tribute for
You talk like he kicked the bucket, Trish!
less yapping and more killing it! Hey, yeah!
Curses! I'll make this quick.
Over here. It's for life. Take this.
Help me, please.
No, not here.
That was close.
Now or never. Look at me learning.
I shall do what I can. Your wounds are healed. My growth is plain to see. Whoa!
I fight for peace.
Blade, heed my call.
Now then, to work.
Try this! Friend. To further the arcane arts.
Make way! Yeah! You're
Oi.
sent for!
Allow me.
Hit! Absolutely wonderful.
Your orders?
This is the end. The hunt is on. Take that! This ain't good.
Much obliged.
Forward!
Make way! That worked, huh?
This ain't ideal.
You're in the way!
Cool heads shall prevail.
Your wounds are healed.
Most appreciated.
Allow me. With the powers in me, we will make our ideals reality.
Where was I?
No need to panic.
That's it!
My turn.
Suffer. This'll hurt.
Forward!
It ain't over. What a mess.
Impossible!
Bullseye.
This ain't good.
I've been waiting for this.
Let me heal your wounds. Be at ease.
The tides are turning.
Allow me.
Lane. Oh
Time for some research.
Now then. It's
no.
nothing
You
personal.
little son of a.
It's over. You've lost.
No more of your little tantrums. Leastways if you like having your neck attached to your head.
Kill us if you want, you bloodthirsty bastards! We're getting that treasure! Mark my words!
Trish, stop this madness.
Pa? I told you to stay put!
And let you throw your life away? You always were too hot-headed for your own good, girl. You have my apologies for this whole mess. I'd ask you to spare our lives. But I know how the world works. Can't let bandits think they can raise and pillage with impunity. You need to make an example out of us. So take me, hang me, behead me, whatever you please. Just leave my daughter and my people their lives. I beg you.
Have you lost your mind? I was the one who led us here. Me!
Didn't expect this from the likes of you lot. I suppose even the most unsavory of us has love for their daughters.
Love her I do. Aye. She's got a bit too much of my foolhardiness in her, as you can see. She's in such a fervor to find this treasure so I can live my final days in comfort. Can't blame her for looking after her old man, can you?
Stop talking, Pa!
I'm the head of our band of ruffians. So if anyone deserves to answer for your sins, it's me, and me alone. From one leader to another, once again, I beg you, spare the others.
Then let's make a deal.
What sort of deal?
We shall pardon you and your kin and allow you to work in the Wolfort domain. But in exchange, would you serve House Wolfort? I would like you to help us find the treasure in this village.
Frederica.
I apologize for deciding this on my own, but there is some merit to this.
So you believe a treasure exists?
Of a sort, yes. It may be related to the Salt Crystal. We should at least take that possibility into consideration and investigate further.
So you're saying this treasure might help everyone, not just the lucky few? If that's the case, then I'm happy to shake to that. Take me instead of Pop, or we're like to be as old as he is before we find the treasure.
Stop with the bluster. I'm as spry as a... Ah! I cursed back.
We all know about your back, Pa. Now go on and rest. The young blood'll take care of it from here. There comes a time when a daughter's got to pick up her pa's slack, and that's now. I won't hear another word on the matter.
You'll be the end of me yet, girl.
Like father, like daughter.
Do you find this agreeable, Jerome? I do. There was no harm done to my village or my people.
Then the deal has been struck. Let's get started with the search, shall we?
Yes, my lord. Leave it to me.
Oh yeah, another archer. Never met Lucian. Okay. Okay, gotta save first. See you guys. Thanks for joining in. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll stream again. Thank you for liking and sharing. Alright, vamos. Let's go.